Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over a competitive moveset build that you can teach Metagross in the 3rd generation Pokemon games, and whether these moves are learned through leveling up, or TM, or other resources, and where you can access these moves. I'm also going to be touching on some other move options that you can go with, some different item options, as well as the ability and nature that you're going to be looking for on Metagross. So starting off here, Metagross is a Steel Psychic type, which is a great combination. It leaves you immune and resisting a lot more things than you're going to be weak to. So Metagross is immune to poison, strongly resisting Psychic, and then also resisting Dragon, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Rock, and Steel, while only being weak to Fire and Ground. And its stats are also really solid, with its attack all the way up there at 135, its defense at 130, and then reasonable special attack at 95, special defense at 90, and then HP at 80, and its speed is its lowest stat at 70. So I'm going to be touching on the Choice Band build, which is a really common one that you see competitively with Metagross, but I'm also going to touch on some other moves that you could potentially slide in here, as well as a different item option if you didn't want to go with Choice Band. And then the ability that you're going to have on your Metagross is Clear Body, preventing other Pokemon from blowing this Pokemon's stat stages. And I'll also be touching on different nature options as well, but I'm going to start here with the 3 moves that you often see, which are Meteor Mash, Explosion, and Earthquake, and then I'll give you some other options that you can go with in that 4th slot. So Meteor Mash is going to be learned through leveling up, 20% chance to raise the user's attack by 1, which is a really nice bonus here. You're getting a same type attack bonus with that Steel typing. It's physical, working off of that extremely high attack stat that Metagross has. 100 power, 85 accuracy. This move is learned through leveling up, picked up at level 55. And then move number 2, Explosion, has a good synergy with Choice Band if you're looking just to finish off your opposition. Explosion deals double damage, and then with Choice Band on top of that, it just deals an immense amount of damage. It's physical, 250 power, 100 accuracy. And Explosion is going to have to be picked up through a move tutor in Emerald version. And in Emerald version, this tutor is situated in Pacific Town, teaches Explosion to a willing Pokemon, and it's going to be located in this Pokemon Center over in Pacific Town. And then move number 3, we have Earthquake, and this is also a physical type attack, 100 power, 100 accuracy, hits adjacent Pokemon, and power doubles on Dig. So this is going to be TM 26, and it's found over at the Seafloor Cavern if you're playing in Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. It's also a prize for defeating Giovanni if you're playing Fire Red or Leaf Green. Going over to the Seafloor Cavern, that's what it looks like, and it's located in this area of the map in the Hoenn region. And it's at the deepest room near the doorway, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is the deepest room of the Seafloor Cavern, and it's going to be right in this area where you can pick up that TM for Earthquake. And then move number 4, it gives some different options here. Rock Slide, which is a 30% chance to make the foe flinch. It is a physical attack, 75 power, 90 accuracy. It is a rock type move. And it also gives Hidden Power Bug, which is a physical move, 100 accuracy. Now, getting Hidden Power to be the type that you want it to can be kind of tricky. And if you want to check out the Hidden Power Move Calculator, I'll have an article linked to that down in the video description. Both of these are going to be TM, so I'll go over those, and then I'll give you some other options if you're looking for different types of moves to put in here as well, given the fact that Metagross has access to a ton of different moves. Rock Slide is going to be learned through a move tutor in the Fire Red Leaf Green games over at the Rock Tunnel. Situated near the end of the Rock Tunnel, this trainer will teach one of your Pokemon Rock Slide, and this is what that is going to look like in the Rock Tunnel. And the easiest way to pick up TM10 Hidden Power is going to be for 3,000 over at the TM shop in Slateport City, and I'll show you where that's located. This is Slateport City. It's going to be located in this area of the Hoenn region map. And some other options that you can potentially go with in that 4th slot, especially if you're not going Choice Band and you want to mix up what type of attacks that you're going to be dealing. You could do something like a Psychic, which Metagross learns through leveling up. If that's going to be the case, you don't want a nature that reduces your special attack, because that is the weaker between special attack and physical attack in Metagross's stats, but it learns this through leveling up at level 38. Also potentially Hyper Beam, which is learned at level 77, a very powerful normal type attack that could synergize with a Choice Band, for instance. And just to take a look at some other moves that are available to Metagross learned by TM, depending on what kind of coverage you're looking for. With your Metagross, you could go with Shadow Ball, which is a ghost physical type attack with 80 power, 100 accuracy. Brick Break is a fighting physical attack, 75 power, 100 accuracy. Sludge Bomb, poison physical attack, 90 power, 100 accuracy. And if you're looking for these particular TMs, I'll have the TM list down in the description if you'd like to check that out. Now going over and taking a look at the item choice band, the holder's attack is 1.5x, but it can only select the first move that it executes. This resets if you switch out your Metagross and then switch it back in. Choice band, very prevalent in the Gen 3 meta, and you can pick this up over in Ruby Sapphire over at the Battle Tower with a streak of 35 or more. It is a random prize in this instance, or an Emerald version over at the Battle Frontier for 64 battle points. And if you didn't want to go with choice band, so you'd have more option to pick between the moves that you're fighting with, then you could pick up something like a Leftovers. This can be found over at the SS title in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. It's going to be down in the storage room in one of those waste bins. Or it can also be picked up at the Battle Tower randomly as a streak of 35 or more, a random prize in that instance, or at the Battle Frontier in Emerald version for 48 battle points. And the nature that's recommended is Adamant, which increases attack, decreases special attack, and this makes a lot of sense, especially if all of the options that you pick here are physical attacks. If you wanted to slide in Psychic, however, I wouldn't want to go Adamant, I would go something else. But oftentimes, the 4 moves that you're going to be using are going to be physical. Taking a look at the nature chart here, Adamant makes a lot of sense, again, if you don't have Psychic in your build and you just have all physical attacks. Also, you could go Lonely, given the fact that Metagross has such a high defense stat. Maybe it's not the end of the world if that stat gets decreased a bit in exchange for increasing your attack. Another option could be something like Jolly to increase your speed, decrease your special attack, again, if you don't have Psychic in your build. Or Hasty to increase your speed and then decrease your very high defense stat. You're going to want to avoid anything that decreases your attack stat, so you don't want Bold, you don't want Timid, you don't want Modest, and you don't want Calm. And again, without Psychic in your build, you could potentially even go with something like Careful to increase your special defense, or Impish to increase your defense. But those are some of your different nature options that you're going to want to go with on your Metagross. Again, increasing your attack stat can be very beneficial, and you definitely want to avoid things that are going to decrease that attack stat. And that's going to wrap this one up. For access to the resources used in today's video, you can find links down in the description. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you back here next time.